Omutima gw'omuto maso tegerabira obuntu obutono obwo obuuso bw'omuto bwe bulabye tebukomaawo kino kirinako emboozi gyennyumya okukeesa.
Hi lovelies, welcome back to my YouTube channel. If you're new here, you're most welcome. If it's your first time seeing me, you are most welcome. My name is Hadi, that Ugandan girl living and working in Dubai. I know you're wondering, Hadi, why are you so happy? The truth is, a lot has been happening in my life whereby I'm here to share with you and how I overcame being unpaid and how I overcame an overstay, how I overcame a toxic work. Wow. The last time I was here, my DJI had got broken, and I believe that was the devil trying to test my faith, because that was the time I had stopped working. When I stopped working, I think you guys are confused. Ever since I came to Dubai, I worked for my company. The truth is, my company is the best company ever because they gave me an opportunity to grow. I joined as a junior team member and I left as a hostess. There was growth and I worked them for 5 years, whereby I felt like the 5 years are enough for hospitality. Let me go into something I've always wanted, and that was beauty, because back in Uganda, I remember I did a cosmetology course, but I wasn't able to finish it. I was the one paying tuition for myself. That was at YMCA. But still, I never gave up if I want something. After the 5 years, I'm like, I have to step out, enter beauty. I agreed to work for someone who ended up wanting to, bring me down, if I would say like that. I ignored all the red flags until my body said, no, no, Hadi. So what basically happened, I can't tell you each and everything, but I'll tell you the small details. First was, he offered me the offer letter to sign, but when I asked for clarity when I was starting, he said if I don't sign, I should leave. We actually someone is calling me. We actually had that first misunderstanding, which I ignored because I stepped out, and then he realized his mistake. He was like, oh, come back and work for me. I love what you're doing for the company and the brand itself, because I was marketing them using my social media. I was really trying my best because this is something I've always wanted. I've always yearned for beauty and empowering also women, because it was a women environment. So it turns out he didn't because when he gave me the contract, I told him I'm not okay with this. He said step out. I had to step out the first time, but I didn't see that as a red flag, because during that time I was still on my company's visa. They didn't cancel me yet, until he was like, you can tell them to cancel, I'll make a visa for you. He didn't update the contract. I waited. It comes out they also can't apply for my visa, because as per what the manager told me was, Hadi, the company is like blocked for some reason, so they can't apply any visa. Whereby the guy was like, oh, we will apply. That was my boss. Whereby it was all lies. So I told him I'm stepping out. I told him this is my reasons, and because there is no solution, it's toxic, I can't. He was like, no, be patient, blah blah. I'm like, I'm sorry, but I can't. I resigned without a plan. Yeah, I resigned without a plan. I've prepared myself or my mind that no matter what happens in life, you always have to be ready. Anything can happen if you're working, so you have to always have a plan. Okay, what if they cancel me where I'm working? Can I survive? When I stopped working for him, I had to think. I'm like, okay, now we don't have a job. The plan is, am I going back home? Because I was considering that. Am I going back home to start over? But I have also skincare here. I can do my license whereby I can start something mine. So when I was home, I felt something telling me apply on Instagram, because when I was back in Uganda on my vacation, someone mentioned I did a live and someone mentioned they got a job through Instagram. So I was inspired. I decided to text the brand. They replied. I was like, wow. I was called for an interview, which I passed, and I did the trials. I again went back to ask my boss my salary, because I wasn't sure that after the trials maybe the company will offer me the job. So I had to change my visa status. When I went back, I'm like, boss, my salary. I was surprised. He said, did I even work for his company? Whereby he was right, because we didn't have a contract. I had proof with the messages, but I decided to like let go. I worked with all my heart. I didn't get paid. He's saying he's not gonna give me any single coin. No pay, no visa, overstay. So I had to show up during the trials, smiling and doing my thing. And I was offered a job, guys. I was so happy. This is an awarding company, so I was like, this is a dream come true, because I once said to myself that if I will ever work for a company, I really want to experience a company that has won awards, to see how basically they do their things. They have systems, steps of services, and it's beauty. So I was so happy. They're currently working on my visa, which I know it will be out soon. And for my overstay, I agreed that I will pay for that. So that's how life can happen. Like someone can just ruin your life in just a few minutes like that. You've lost each and everything. I thought I've lost each and everything, not knowing that through the pain I was going through, God already has something better for me. I decided to leave him, not even bother him. So here we are, new beginnings. I'm so happy and grateful to God. If I can advise young girls that are working in Dubai, don't settle for less, and always like mental health is very important. Mental health is very important. Peace also matters, because at the end of the day, it's not just going to work, getting paid. You also want to learn something that will add value onto your life. So yeah, I'm happy. I thought to come back to give you the update. I'm also taking my YouTube serious, so leave a comment. Don't forget to subscribe and also share with your friends. In my next video, I'll be back to answer the most asked questions as well, and if you have any other questions, you can drop them. But for now, we are signing out. I love you guys, and don't forget to also use tap tap send if you're using if you're sending money to Uganda or any other country, and use my promo code Hadi256. See you guys in my next video.
You will hear congratulations, you're a